Now, the new season of motorsport's most prestigious event, Formula One, is already underway. Petrol heads will be headed to Bahrain tomorrow to catch all the action, but it's the changes announced for Abu Dhabi's race that's been making news.
The UAE Capital is the home to F1's final race, and new rules mean that the winner at Yas Marina Circuit will take on double the points. Now, this is a first for the sport. The move was done to create further excitement for the F1 finale, but it has upset some racing purists. I met up with Yas Marina Circuit's new CEO, Tareq Ameri. I began by asking him his thoughts on double points.
People react differently to change, and Formula One is known to those changes over the years. This is, I think, an idea to keep the interest and make things exciting for the fans and for the racers themselves till the last race.
Should it be implemented in the likes of the US or Brazil? Obviously it works quite well for you here, just in Abu Dhabi. But
of course it works well for us because it keeps things exciting to the last minute, and for the racers and for the spectators as well. Whether or not to implement in the US or Brazil, I think that's up to Formula One management to decide on.
Now, Bernie Ecclestone famously said he thought the Yas boat key was far more beautiful than the likes of Monte Carlo. So for you, when it comes to your greatest rivalry, where do you see the most competition for?
I think each round in Formula One Championship have a unique proposition, and we've attended most of it, and it's just each one has its own look and feel.
What about other cities? Where do you look for inspiration in terms of previous F1 successes? I guess what kind of success would you like to emulate when it comes here?
We are definitely wanted to create our own tradition, and for that we look for venues like Monaco, for example. Mm-hmm. It's an establishment within Formula One race, so definitely something to aspire to. We're not trying to imitate. We're going to bring our own formula to it.
Do you feel it's difficult trying to build that culture of F1 racing here in this part of the world?
It is a new sport, and there is a challenge for people to adapt to it. But I was one of them until I attended my first F1 race, and I think I caught the bug and I became a fan, you know. And I think once people experience that, they cannot go back from it, and they will be hooked on it.
Of course, for most people who do experience the race, though, it's not a cheap experience, let's be honest. Yeah, you just talked this morning about tickets going on sale. Mm-hmm. I was interested, you said ticket prices will still be frozen, but they're still not very affordable tickets. Is that something you'd like to change so that other people like you can catch that mm-hmm. F1 bug? What
we introduced back in 2013 is we created more offering. It's just filling the gaps between our most expensive and our cheapest, and accommodate to more people to attend to the race, different segments, different demographic, and we introduced the $100 ticket. So that's by itself an affordable choice, and it was very popular with families as well. Mm-hmm. So we said, okay, that's worth. Now we're going to give them more. So we increased the capacity from 3,000 to 6,000. To accommodate for more people.
Now, in terms of building on that culture, I know that your predecessor said he would like to see an Emirati F1 driver in place by 2020. Now, we're almost halfway to this goal. Are we on track to meet it?
Hopefully, yes. We are here as a venue and a circuit, so we facilitate if the talent is there and the people behind it to develop it is there. So definitely we wish to see an Emirati driver within the next 10 years.
What do you feel are the greatest challenges in order to get this underway?
There's a lot of factors. There's critical mass need to be in place. To get an F1 driver, that's something should start with people mentality at the years of 8, you know. They start young into it. The community start to build, and we are introducing more and more initiative to get that community.
What kind of initiatives?
We have our Yas racing series, which we undertake every year. It's an initiative from our Yas Motor Racing Club, and this year we're going to introduce the One Make series. So it's a grassroots initiative. We are lowering the barriers for people to get into racing, and hopefully that will create more momentum in the racing community.